at night, and we didn't have an agenda study on Friday. So hopefully we can navigate through this well without too much downfall. We'll begin with our real estate committee meeting, and chairman is our Commissioner, Mr. Reed.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
We'll call the real estate transportation meeting to order. We do have a full membership here with Commissioner Music and McLeod as coming on board for our new member, as well as staff and all of our other commissioners appear to be here. We're missing Stephanie and Sarah, but I'm sure they'll be here in a short period of time. We do have 2 orders of business today. Palmer, will you or Ramona?
Yeah, Ramona's going to introduce the first one.
Yeah, the first item that we have is a lease agreement with Lakeland Community Theater. This is a standard lease agreement we've had with this particular organization for quite some years. This is a new lease agreement. It essentially mirrors the terms and conditions that were contained in the previous agreement. It would have a retroactive effective date of August 1st. They would be, the term of the agreement is for 3 years. It contains 2 additional 1-year renewal options upon mutual written agreement of the parties, and in consideration for the use of the Lake Mirror complex, the theater would pay 2% of its ticket sales for theatrical productions that are published productions. What this also does contain is a provision to terminate the agreement on the part of the city. I know if there's any interest in developing that particular facility, so it provides for 120 days prior written notice from the city to be able to terminate it for any reason. And then the Lakeland Community Theater also has a provision to terminate for any reason as well. It also provides provisions for insurance, indemnity. They would be required to indemnify us for any damages that were done. The city would still be responsible for any structural maintenance, the janitorial services, and utilities. And that's just, in general, that's the...
Thank you. Is somebody here from the theater by chance?
You don't see them in the room.
We've got staff, though, here, if you have any specific...
Is 120 days adequate for them to have, to vacate? Would they need a longer period? Are they got shows in advance that they would need longer than 120 days to, if we gave them notice?
It's possible. They do book out for a year when they're booking. So, I mean, they would be disappointed, greatly disappointed, because they would have planned out their show for the year. But, I mean, yeah. So there's a distinct possibility they would ask us for longer.
Yes, sir.
But the other opportunity is, they may be relocated under that scenario to some other place where they could then host the shows that they have scheduled.
Something like that.
Wherever we needed to
Yes, sir.
help.
Yeah, so if we had created another spot for them, there would have been a schedule on the 120 days that would really be coordinating once we know it's finished enough to move them to that. And
my next question was, I didn't know if they have a desire to have longer 1-year options and stuff like that as opposed to 3-year lease. But since they're not here, you have any questions?
I don't.
Mr. McLeod?
I don't have a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes unanimously. Our second order of business.
All right, the second item is a third amendment to the ground lease agreement the city has with Tigertown GM Ltd. That's an affiliate of Green Mills that you're familiar with. They developed the 80 Palms and Midtown Lofts. And this is for the development of an 88-unit apartment, multifamily unit complex just south of Tigertown and north of Bella Vista Street. They are in the process of trying to finalize the financing for this project and have been advised by the Florida Finance Housing Corporation that the ground lease needs to be for a 99-year period in order to make sure that the affordability extends for what they define as perpetuity. So this is a request by them to extend the lease from 65 years to 99 years. And it is also, they are asking to go ahead and extend the closing date for that financing to occur to December 31st of 2021. And we don't have any objection to that. It's already 65 years, and the program actually requires 99 years of affordability in perpetuity. The understanding originally was that the city would have to take over that affordability period after the lease expired. This just, keeps that affordability period underneath, Tigertown GM Ltd.
Do I have any questions from my fellow board members?
Motion to approve.
I have I guess that's fairly standard 49 or 99 type years, what we've done in the past for the private sector. Just had if there's a foreclosure or anything like that, then we would have the option to pick up, we would take the lease over per se.
The foreclosure could only be of the leasehold interest. It could not be a foreclosure of the property itself. So if someone foreclosed, then we would still be the lessor of a new lessee. Whoever foreclosed would become the new lessee.
So we're subordinating our lease to the mortgage, basically. Is that-
The lease only, not the property.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pass unanimously. I don't see any other on our agenda today. With that, I will adjourn our meeting.
Well, I think the good news out of that last item is that 65 years is a young period of time, and 99 represents perpetuity. And so to me, that's great. All right, I know. All right, so we're there together. All right, so that takes us then to our 9 o'clock meeting, right?
Yeah.
We'll just do it right here now.
Let's knock it out.